in case you didn't know, like, I don't have fans. I don't have music out there. I've been a musician since I was 7 years old, or I started playing guitar when I was 7 years old. I'm 35 now. I've been out this a long time. But the reason for this message is, like, maybe some of you don't know, but I've been sitting on a finished record that I absolutely love and that I'm proud of for over 2 years, almost 3 years. To express the amount of failure that I have felt, that I can't put my plan in motion, my dreams in motion, that I just can't get there, and the amount of stuckness I felt and self-judgment. I mean, I just cannot. You'll never know of what that's been. I mean, it started with sobriety. When I first got sober in 2016, that gave me a strength that I always gave it credit to be able, that I would have never been able to finish my songwriting and my songs and then my record. Like, I started making music 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. I started with a little white MacBook, used one, trying to mess around. I've paid for every program, like all the programs. I spent $5,000, or no, $2,500 2 years ago. Me and Jessie Powers, that I helped her make her record, split that. We would pay $400 a month and watch this new way of maybe marketing our music and figuring it out. And I thought, like, that was gonna be my answer. I just really thought when I got the music done, somehow the music was gonna magically be there. But, like, I know down in my heart, like, unless I'm ready, unless I believe, unless I get to the place to believe. You know how many of my friends have heard my record and it's just like, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? And I'm just like, I can't explain it. I'm stuck. I'm in pain. It's hard. And then I always come down to, like, well, it's because I'm not good enough. It's because I'm not a good enough singer. This whole last 3 years, I've spent time. I've bought vocal program like 4 years ago, but I really got down to business in the last 10 months of practicing every day. I do vocal warm-ups, not as much here because what it was is when I first started with Sturbridge and stuff, just like a bar singer, man, you never can hear yourself, and you get that, like, raspy and that force, and I could tell it was deteriorating my voice, and I wasn't able to sing the way I want. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I just want to say I've put work into my voice. I've put hours and hours in the guitar. I've always done that. That's more easy for me. This recording stuff, I bought a program, like, I don't even know when it was, but I was teaching myself how to do it, listening to these songs that are amazing. And if you haven't checked out Jessie Powers' record or Brandy Sparks' 2 songs that I produced and fully mixed, please do. Please know, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm not the best. I don't think I'm the best. I mean, I think I hear songs on the radio or songs that it just, like, it hits me like, oh, I'm not quite there, but, like, it gives me a drive, like, I'm gonna just keep practicing. But, like, I'm way in the league of being able to do this, and basically I'm saying all this because I'm gonna release my record. It's gonna be soon. And I'm very excited about it. There's so many things that's transpired to get me to this point. And, you know, I've worked and cleaned fish tanks. I've been gigging since I was 18 years old, except this past year, I took a break. I only did about 4 or 5 gigs, and that was intentional. Like, I just needed that separation, for my voice, to retrain it in the way I wanted to feel when I do it, you know? Like, I don't want to have a front. To have a front and act like I'm someone I'm not, I already know where that goes. I've already done the research. It sucks. It's empty. I already feel empty enough when I'm telling the truth. So I'm just saying that I'm asking for your support. I'm not asking for money. That's going to be a little while down the road. And I will be obvious when I ask for money and to be paid for my work. But I'm not even there. I mean, I'm humbled. I don't have fans. I have friends. I have you guys, friends and family. That's what I have. And I'm asking you to believe in this journey that I've been working on. This isn't like a little arc and high energy. I've had those like over and over. I don't know if you've ever noticed when I was making the record, I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. And then it's like I finished I always call it like my book. And then it was like, oh, that's not gonna give me all the answers. So I'm just putting this out there because, like, I'm not gonna lie, there is still a part in my belly that goes, you're not good enough. You can't do this. And I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to lose. I used to think it's because, you know, like, I'm not a breadwinner. I don't make as much as Tiffany. And believe me, as a man, I don't know why I have that message that I'm supposed to be the breadwinner and protector, and I'm supposed to figure that out. But it's always been there. And like, y'all don't know how amazing my wife is, like, for real. Like, she has sacrificed for me. And my bad. And my greatest dream would be to get to a place where we can live the way we've been dreaming, and just be able to be ourselves, be honest, and impact the world. And I know down deep I have that. And I didn't know that the time was now. I've been telling my musician friends, like, it has to be clear to me. I have to wait. And then I kept beating myself up, like, no, you just got to jump. You can't know how you're going to do it. But, you know, after I got to a point with the weed where I was like, no, I'm just going to let that go. Like, I know it gives people healing and all that stuff, but my brain, I just don't want to fuck with it right now. And I want to be clear, because starting this thing that has no formula to it, like music nowadays, is so different. The industry is so different. Don't talk to me about a record label. I never want a record label. I'll tell you right now, unless they sign me like Justin Timberlake, I would not do a record label. And I personally don't think I'm just not Justin Timberlake, you know, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'm DIY. I edit my own videos. I do every single thing for my music. Every single thing. While still grinding it out, cleaning fish tanks. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually so grateful. You know how many times I've visualized cleaning a fish tank and dreamed of like what I could be doing, what I eventually could be doing, where I'm going, what's not working for me, what is working for me. Who am I? To figure out who I am. I mean, I was sober for 4.5 years to figure out who I am. Having the arcs, having the deep things, having the arcs, you know, crying. I'm a crier. You know, I'm not scared to cry. I don't cry all the time. I still have that man thing that doesn't want to cry. And then back to the breadwinner thing, because this is important. This is personal. I'm nervous to say this, but like, Tiff's been the breadwinner for a while, and I'm so grateful that she is. And it was a long, can you imagine the strain on our relationship when I'm like, no, I'm gonna get this music down. It just sounds like a brokered record. Like, it sounds like a dream, like horse crap. But like, there was a shift, and I'll let her share what that shift was, where she goes, baby, I think you can do it. I believe in you. And then let me just tell you, that wasn't the happiest day, because then we went into COVID. You know how happy I was selfishly that we were in this lockdown, so I didn't have the pressure on myself for a little while, that I could like take some time to figure this out. So hot in here. It was a relief. I empathize with the whole world of how painful it was, but for me personally, selfishly, it was a relief, because I'm like, well, of course I'm not going to release my record now. Like, I got to take a little, you know, I got more time or whatever. But it's now or never. Like, when I get my focus on something and I know the target, I'm not scared to work hard. I'm not scared to remodel my whole kitchen. Actually, that's part of a distraction that I figured, oh, I can get the cred from my wife because she's wanted a kitchen the whole time we lived here. And we saved up the money and bought it and saved the money by me working a whole month straight, 10 to 12 hours a day. And I did it myself, all myself. Actually, my stepdad helped me hook up the run the wire for the oven. But besides that, like, doing the kitchen was a blessing, because it was a distraction from what I really am here to do. At least that's what I think. I really believe that. And I'll tell you right now, if I don't release my record, I would be worried about me. I'm actually asking you, like, check in on me. Like, if I go to a spot where you don't hear from me anymore, yeah, somebody needs to check in on me. The only thing I'm asking from you, because you guys, like, I don't even view you as fans. I view you as friends and family that will entertain me thinking that I'm a musician. So if you're willing, one of the ways you can help me is just talk about it. All I need to do is be heard, be seen, and I'm really confident that that I have a place in the music world. I don't even care how big it is. Like, I'm so pin up inside. I don't even care if I make it. Failure is fine. I just want to get going. I want to get out there and hit the pavement. And I think some of my songs can be there for people. Can be something. I made music that I wish I had. Like, sometimes I think about listening to music, I'm just like, I can't think of what to listen to. And that's where some of my songs were born, like, from this compassion stuff that my mom has been into forever, from the empathy stuff that I'm really into. And if I haven't said that, I will let you know. I will try to prove to you how important that stuff is and how many changes has happened in my life behind closed doors. Like when a change happens, like, I don't come out and tell everybody about it, because ain't nobody want to hear when you're excited about something. You ever notice that? Like, when you're real excited, it's like people are already like, no, you're too excited. You know, so I've already learned that. I've accepted that. I don't care. Like, when I learned that so quick in recovery, like when I first was sober, I try not to talk to people about it, not other than people that wanted to know in the rooms. But I'm not trying to get everybody to do that. Like, I didn't get Tiffany to stop drinking or something. Like, no, I have enough to work on with myself, that if I work on myself enough, then that's going to butterfly effect out. Like, you're going to get a better version of me if I'm willing to work on myself and do the hard work and grind in the dark and stop bragging about it. Like, there's so many people that brag in front on this thing that they want to be, but they're not. And, like, I'm so anal about that because I'm so scared. I'm so insecure. That's why I'm so insecure that the thought that I said I was going to do something and I didn't do it, and somebody can be like, oh, but you didn't even do that thing. Like, that, the thought of that is like just so scary, because I'm a little child down deep. And I'm just being real. I'm just being real. And I really feel like this is what I've been waiting for. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to say with the breadwinner stuff. I keep coming back to that because it is so important to me. I wish it wasn't. Is that I thought, oh, you know, another thing like the kitchen, we have this debt. We have these cars. We're I felt like, or no, let me just be totally transparent. My cousin Wes and his wife. Wes has been in the Dave Ramsey since he was so poor he was living with us for a little while. but he was reading this book and he's all inspired, and but man, when he moved away to the military, it had been a few years, and we went and visited him, and he told me about their financial situation and the freedom that they have. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I've always been like the big cousin, and he hit me with like he was the big cousin. And I was so inspired. Me and Tiff listened to that book on the way home, and we committed. And then right after that, we had a tragedy in our family, losing Noah. And I took that energy, and I was like, I'm gonna be there for my wife the best I know how to be. And Bailey, which was me being there for Tiff, was so Tiff could be there for Bailey, is the way I understood it. And then I was like, I'm gonna concentrate on our debt. Like, that's how I can be a sideways breadwinner. Is I'm gonna grind so hard. Like, I was like, what do I know a lot about? Guitars, buying and selling. I enjoy. My dad's always done that. Like, I've always been a little tinkerer, and kind of like, I built my whole studio. Like, I have really good stuff. And you might think I got all this money. Like, I don't. It's that I've just wheeled and dealed one at a time, buy and sell. I always buy used stuff, always. And so I was like, I had student loan. I mean, we had like, I think the number is like $116,000 in debt. And you want to know what? In a year and a half, we paid off $116,000 in debt. Right now, we only owe on our house. That's it. Tiffany had a brand new car. We were 13 grand upside down. We sold it, paid the difference. I got rid of my Jeep that I thought I manifested to myself. My favorite car ever. Never had a car payment in my life. And then finally I go with the Jeep. I got rid of the Jeep. Everybody thought it was kind of crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't need to. And that's how my brain gets. I kind of get a little obsessive, a little manicky. And, but I traded in my Jeep. Luckily, the Jeep was worth a little more than the loan, so I made a little money. I bought cars for cash. We still have a 2003 car and Tiff drives a 2006 car. And we're so much happier. We are so much happier. So there's so much freedom in that, to where, like, I'm not thirsty for money. We're living humbly. And so I'm not on here begging for money. I'm not going to do that. There's no way. It's just not the energy I want to come from. I just know it. I'm just more here to let you guys know, are you willing to spread my message? Or no, first, are you willing to believe? Because I'm serious. Like, and I might not do it. It's possible. It's possible that something happens and I can't push forward on my own. But like, to do this type of thing, there's no rules. Like, I'm making up the rules. I'm finding my boundaries. I'm trying to find consistency. I'm trying to find routine. And like I said, like, check on me. If I don't release the music, check on me. But I want to do more than release the music. I feel like I'm here to have an impact. And I'm not here to tell you, I'm not here to be a know-it-all in anything. I'm here to, I finally have had an epiphany that just being myself, if I work on being myself more than anything else, honest, and just, if I'm hurt, say it. If I'm scared, say it. If I can do that, that's what we need. We need people doing that. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do my music because I love it. And I'm going to trust that, like, I'm going to figure it out. And I'm not going to figure it out on a whim. Like, I have so many pages of exact notes of how I want to roll this all out, and like what happens next year and what happens the next year, and content, and what I want to do with this, and I'm open for it all kind of shifting, but like, it's there. Like, I've had the training. Like, I know how to make music. I know how to promote music because I took a marketing class, and I finally figured out who it is I'm promoting to. And I'm promoting to whoever can relate to how it is naturally in my life. That's how I'm gonna make it easy for myself. I'm just gonna be me. And if I change my mind on some opinion that pisses you off, then I'll say I'm sorry. Like, my bad. With more life experience, now I think differently. I would do it different now. Like, that's what's up. And and I'll leave this with the last thing. I'll be honest, I'm so nervous to post this. This thing is long as heck. 20 minutes. My last thing is, honestly, I'm so grateful for all the failure that I felt. I mean, it's been painful. It just hurts my chest knowing that I got something to do and I'm not doing it. But like, I'm so grateful that in my first band, Sturbridge, that we didn't get big or something, because like, I've been able to live the last 15 years since I was 20 years old, gigging, making money, just making a little bit of money, you know, working pretty hard. But I've been able to raise my kids. Like, I was the stay-at-home mom. Caden's 15 now, been with him since he's 3 years old, adopted him, you know, like Ellie. I mean, we just have a good thing going. It is not perfect, but like, I'm so grateful that I've been able to be home. I've been able to be present the best I can. I mean, I'm not like, I always get worried that people are going to think like I'm such a good person or something, because like, duh, like, I'm gonna display what's good about me. I want people to like me. I want to be, I'm just a pleaser. But like, trust me, like, if you don't know now, like, check out some of my videos on sobriety, or the one about my healing with my dad dying. Like, dang, like, you think I wouldn't want him to be here to witness me really rolling out and really doing what I'm here to do? I guess that's just where I want to leave it. I just feel like I have so much to prove, and really it's only to me, because if I don't believe it, if I don't accept it, then it won't matter. It will matter, but to me and my spirit and my health, my mental health, it will matter, right? So if I can leave you with anything, is like you have got to figure out a way to get out of your own way. And so do I, constantly. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't move across the country. Like, I literally thought I was gonna move my whole family to Nashville because I could do it there. I feel like I could do it there. Like no, it's just me in the way. That's the only thing. So that's all I got to say. This is a long video. I hope you listen. And if you don't, I'll cut it up and put little parts on. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day. And I appreciate your time to spend with me. And I value that. And I'll always value that. I promise you.